Hey, violins and violas. We're fixing to start on all region music for this week. So, if you haven't already looked at the all region music for next year, go ahead and look at the copies that I posted on Google Classroom. We're going to look first at Farandole. You guys can you guys can see from Farandole that it has three flats, B flat, E flat, and A flat, just like our E flat major scale. But it's not in E flat major, it's actually in C minor. Okay? So, other than that, I want you to look at the very first full measure. You have C, D, E flat, D, E flat, C, G. Okay? We haven't really seen that kind of rhythm very much. So, I'm going to go ahead and write something down for you. Forgive me for this for a second. I'm going to make the screen go black. And here we go. Okay? So, we have a dotted eighth note and a 16th note. Okay? Kind of like that, right? So, what you guys need to be aware of is that we've already talked about the fact that this dot right here adds half of that note's value to itself. So, we know that an eighth note takes up two 16th notes. So, what's half of 2? Mr. Bird, I think it's 1. You're correct. So, we have two 16th notes right here. Let me see if I can do this backwards. Nope, I can't. Hold on. So, 1/8 note takes up two 16th notes. And we've already agreed that that an eighth note, or the dot, adds half of the value to itself. We've already agreed that half of 2 is 1, so that dot is going to add 1 16th note. Like so. Okay? So, 1/8 note is like that, is slurred, and then adding the dot is like slurring all of that together. Dun, dun. So, when you play this, you're going to go dun, 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 dun. I'm going to tap a 16th note with my left hand right here. 1 T ta ta, 2 T ta ta, 3 T ta ta, 4 T ta ta. Now listen. You have dum, 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 dum. Just like that. So, clap and count it with me from the very beginning. Here's your 16th notes. Dum, 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 da, dum, 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 dum. Okay? So, if you're having any more issues on this, I'm going to be doing a Google Classroom or a Google Meet later on in the week to talk about 16th notes and this rhythm right here. But let's go ahead and just push forward. I'm going to play this a couple times, talk about some weird finger issues, and we can take all of that and make it all better. Ooh, I like magnets. Yeah. All right. Let's play it. Now, you can see that the tempo says allegro, okay? So, I do not recommend playing this at allegro to start with, okay? I'm going to play it at the actual tempo, and I want you guys to practice it at whatever tempo is comfortable for you. When we come back to school, we're going to look at this tempo and make sure that this is all good and ready to go, and then we'll get it up to tempo. So, remember, you have E flats, A flats, and low second finger B flats on your G string, and low first finger A flat on your G string. Okay? So, here we go from the beginning. Nine. fine. Okay, so as you guys can probably tell, not only do we have B flats, E flats, A flats, weird rhythms, but we also have some weird bowings. Look at that second measure again. You start that C on a down bow. Down, up. And the next ones, they're not slurred, they're hooked. Okay? Which means there's a little bit of space between those notes. Starting on the dotted eighth note, the dotted eighth E flat, you're going to have E, D, E, C. Okay? You're going to have down, down, up, up. Okay? It's a little bit weird. So, if you need to pause the video for a little bit and practice that bowing, you're more than welcome to. Down, down, up, up, down. Look at my bow usage. Look at how much bow I'm using on the dotted eighth note versus the 16th note. I'm using a lot of bow on the dotted eighth, but not a whole lot on the 16th. And this is where we need to talk about parts of the bow. We have 4/4 of bow right in the middle, lower half, and upper half. So when you practice this bowing, I want you to try and go from the lower half down, down, up, up, down. I want you to think of your bow in 4 segments. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up. Just like this. Down, up, down, or sorry. Down, down, up. All right? So, that's a little bit of an introduction into Farandole. Take it slow. Don't practice it full speed at first. Look at the bowings, look at the B flats, E flats, and A flats. And take it slow and relax. I know it looks hard, but it's a lot easier than it looks. All right? Happy practicing, guys. Good luck.